Alrighty then, we are ready for basketball here at Fresno City College. So glad you could be with us today, folks. And we're going to be doing the starting lineups right now for both teams. And there's Vernon Hardison for Cerro Cosso, the Coyotes point guard. And number 2 is Jordan Pumphrey out of Bakersfield, Stockdale High School. And here's a little guy they talk a lot about, Brock Duffield. He's 5'10", but he is a player, no doubt about it. And here comes number 13. He's a point guard as well, Corey Waldron. And Isaiah Thomas, direct from the Detroit Pistons. No, I'm kidding. It's a different Isaiah Thomas, but that's a very famous basketball name. And as we mentioned, the coach is Chris Dugan. And for the Rams, they are Ian Miller is going to start at guard. He's a guard forward, actually. He's 6'5". Here comes number 20, Georgie Dancer. And Georgie just is leading this team this year. He's a tremendous player. Jonah Brown, also from last year's successful Rams squad. And Carl Snyder, number 33, will be starting at forward. He's out of Ben Loma High School. And we got Ethan Richardson from Madera, California, all 6'10" of them. He's a sophomore. And Ethan has been a great surprise for the Rams this year. There he is, number 35. And we are ready to rock here. The referees are set to roll. Got a nice little crowd here this afternoon with all what's going on here in town. And the tip comes to Georgie Dancer. Georgie has the ball in the forecourt, brings it in. That's Snyder back to Georgie. Isaiah Thomas all over Georgie. Ball back out to the big fella. Ian Miller. Oh, and he took the ball away. That little guard we talked about before, and a great way to get back by Georgie Dancer to block the shot. And back out to Georgie on the top of the key. The Rams are going to move the ball around like you wouldn't believe. I mean, they're just another Ed Maddock team, really hard working. They'll pick up the pressure on you. They're doing it right now in the backcourt. Almost a 10-second turnover. And with the ball now, that's Duffield. Get the ball down inside. And that's Cordy Walden right there. Long 3 attempt, swish. And that is that Colin Waldron we talked about before. Rams. We got a foul inside. That was Richardson. He was fouled by number 5. That's Vernon Hardison. Vernon Hardison's going to have his work cut out for him tonight. And oh my goodness, Del Bayshore has arrived. The limo. I didn't see the limo pull up.
Oh. Good to see you, Chris.
Good
Happy
to
New
see
Year.
you, Del. All right, we're just underway here. We got 18 minutes and 18 minutes and 18 seconds to go. We got Ethan Richardson at the line, and here comes in a whole new bunch of Rams for Miller and Jonah Brown. This is Ethan Richardson at the line, and he's seen some both, and we got a one of two, and scoreboard says it's 3-1. So we'll go with what the scoreboard says. And here's some pressure in the back court, into the front court. That's Mark Moreno. Nice steal. And
Good finish.
Oh, that was Ronald Agerbauer.
Yeah, nice steal, two-hand flush. Good pressure by the Rams that time.
Well, it came out, Dale, the first couple times down, the defense was really good on part of Cerro Cosso, and this is a team that's, in the last couple of years they haven't won a lot of games at all, but this year they're 7-7 and got a new coach.
Yeah, they're improved, and that most teams come out aggressively against the Rams, but as the Rams turn up their pressure, we'll see if that continues.
Yeah, amen. We've got 17 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the first half, and Rams up 4-3, and here's that pressure in the backcourt.
Yep,
I wouldn't want to try to bring the ball up against that pressure. Of course, you would have that for lunch, wouldn't you?
Well, they do a good job. They try to keep the ball in front of them. The Rams are much bigger this year as a team, and their pressure is a little tailored a little differently than they have in the past.
Anthony Crozier spots a foul on Jared Small. It'd be Jared's first personal. Nice turnaround shot by Gallegos.
There's a little pressure of their own by Cerro Cosso, full court. Good kick out.
Kick the ball out to David Rico. Cerro Cosso hustling on the defense. Nice drive by Small. Jared out of Legend High School in Aurora, Colorado. He's been a great addition to the Rams this year.
He's a very versatile player, both ends of the floor. He's long, he's quick. He's had a good season so far.
That's Duffield. Waldron.
Good rebound.
Yeah, that was L.J. Gallegos giving Mark Moreno a whole bunch of trouble.
This year's Rams team, Chris, is built a little differently. They've got a lot more size. They use that size at both ends of the floor, try to keep people in front of them. On the offensive end, you won't see as much dribble drive this year as you will pass-in penetration to those post-up players.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I think this is the tallest Ram team I've seen in a long time.
It is. Their overall length and size this year is not the typical Ram team, but
6'10", 6'9", 6'10". Boy, we got some big boys in there.
Even in the guard lines. EJ's the only one little guard that's out there, and he does a good job of running the offense and handling the ball for them. He's got the ball right now.
That's EJ with the ball right now, and here comes Jared Small. Travel with the call. I don't know about that one. And if you're a visiting team here or you play the Rams anywhere, here's a sight you don't like to see too often is when the buzzer goes off 2 minutes later and here comes 5 new ones. And you know they're going to run and they're fresh and they're ready to rock.
Yep, here they come.
That's Isaiah Thomas. He's got Jonah Brown on him. Thomas gets the ball back. He's looking to take another three. He thinks twice. Oh, nice board by the big fella. That's Carl Snyder, 6'9" out of Ben Lomond.
And even though Carl's one of the bigger players on the floor right now, he'll give them a lot of presence on the perimeter because he shoots the ball very well from the three-point line.
That's a foul on Vernon Hardison. That's number 2 on him. And it'll be Georgie Dancer taking the ball out of bounds. Rams in their traditional red and white uniforms tonight. Ooh, number 2 didn't like that call. That's Jonathan Foster. And his first personal.
This is a more athletic team we've seen out of Cerro Cosso in the last couple of years.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There goes Georgie.
Wow. Wow. That was pretty amazing. There was hustle on both teams right there.
Yeah.
That was really something.
Georgie lost the handle, but he stayed with it, tried to save it, and fortunately for the Rams, tipped out, steal their possession. Look in the post. There it is. Should be able to go to work here. Ethan's got quite a size advantage. He's going to bring it out, though. There's
Georgie Dancer. Oh, nice. He had to wrap it back around.
And you look at this squad they have out there now. Georgie's their smallest player. So if he gets a smaller guard on him, he's going to take him right into the post.
Did you teach him that? Wow, nice defense there by
he did.
Snyder.
Yeah, they got Ethan there. Ethan was looking for the outlet pass that wasn't there, and he drug that trail foot a little bit, so they called it travel.
Waldron going to take the ball out for the Coyotes, and this is Jonathan Foster, and he traveled. Pretty hard to drive in there among them trees. If anybody knows that, Del Bayshore would know that.
Well,
in the NBA, you did that.
And the Rams, with their length this year, can afford to back off a step and really wall up and protect that paint. And so it's going to be tough for teams to get dribble drive penetration with the size and length of the Rams defensively this year.
Inside.
Called a jump.
Jump ball?
Yeah, they had to double down their help and got in and tied George up.
Looked like Georgie kind of got a kick out of that one. All right, here comes Isaiah Thomas. Oh, when he falls down, I mean, boom! And Ian Miller underway. Hey, you say, well, there it is. I could have made that one.
Hey, that was a good one.
But I don't think I could have dunked it.
No, again, you look at the length of these guys out there, and they're all 6'3", 6'4 plus.
Once again, it's Waldron at the top of the key. Kick it outside. That's Moreno, and he busts another three.
Good, Jonah got up and contested that, but that's one thing this defensive and their size will give up a little bit is that three-point ball. They just got to make sure they close out and get a hand up.
This is Jonah. Over to Georgie.
There's Ethan in the post. That's easy.
How are you going to stop that?
Yeah, if he takes his time, he's got 6 inches on the guy that's guarding him. He just has to take his time. If they double down, then the shooters are spotting up.
That was Ethan Richardson as the Rams move out to a 12-8 lead. Oh, did you hold the ball like that? They say you shouldn't do that. Boy, these guys are hustling.
They are. Good penetration.
There's another three from the corner. Nice shot by Jonathan Foster again.
Nice penetration, kick out.
Little bumping and grinding going on out there.
There's Georgie in the post. Oh, yeah, they're going to give him the call.
Why not give him a foul? His defender gave him a bloody nose. Oh, man, all of a sudden I'm sounding like Chick when Chick was really pulling for the Lakers. Georgie's a tough kid, isn't he?
Yeah, he gets himself to the free throw line. They've been posting him up quite a bit, and then he's also an aggressive penetrator, takes it to the rim.
So glad to be back on CMAC with the Fresno City College Rams, girls and boys, and men and women.
Great to be here.
And got a nice full slate for the basketball fans, not only in Fresno, but across the country, Del.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's one of the premier programs in the country. It's great to show them off.
Absolutely. Ed Maddock, huh?
Yeah.
Been here for,
boy, what a history he's put together here.
Golly, it's amazing.
Now you got the two Rico brothers there.
Boy, and they're in among the trees right now. Kick it out to the corner, and we got another three-point basket. This one by Mark Moreno. 14-14 the score.
Yeah, they've had 4 threes. That's right. Free ball's keeping them in it.
Well, they average 82 points a game, as do the Rams. So, and these guys like to run too. Oh, nice drive. Good pass off there. That was Foster.
Good transition off the turnover. There's another one. No, that's not a live ball turnover, but turnovers are the one Achilles heel of in any game that can really turn the tide.
I believe the foul was on Daniel Rico, correct?
Yeah, number 1.
You know, a lot of times when you put your arm up like that and go into the player, it could go either way.
Yeah, well, and the big thing was defensively, he had his position set. He cut off the sideline and didn't really have anywhere to go.
Ball to Mark Moreno, over to the other side. As we got
illegal screen, blocking foul on number 25 for Cerro Cosso.
That's Isaiah
Rams
Thomas.
ball. Okay.
That's their 7th team foul.
Oh, good hands, good quickness by the defender.
Good
Georgie had him
quickness.
beat, but a nice recovery.
Georgie's taking the ball out. Get it into Small. Small inside.
Needs to take his time here.
Ethan, nice
There it
turn.
is.
Oh, he gets fouled.
And 1.
He gets fouled, and he's going to shoot a free throw.
Nice job by Ethan coming across the middle, using his body and his size, spin back, and easy 3-point play, really.
Here comes Vernon Hardison in for the Coyotes, and he replaces Mark Moreno.
Coyotes have a quick team. They're not particularly tall across the 5, but good quickness from this squad.
I see now how they're getting 82 points a game.
Yeah, they want to turn up their tempo. I'm not sure if that will play out well over 40 minutes against the Rams.
Boy, I like LJ Gallegos. He's a hustler. He's a scrambler.
He's scrappy.
Nice shot by Colin Waldron out of Detroit, Michigan.
Little skirmish there, but the refs jump in right away. The Rams stay aggressive here. They're gonna get a big benefit of the foul line. Here we go. We're gonna start shooting free throws.
Boy, Georgie's getting hammered today. That foul was on number 31, Anthony Rucker, his first. And that's going to put Georgie to the line.
Coach Dugan's probably not real happy with the foul ratio right now, but Georgie missed the front end, gets his own rebound.
That's the hustling Georgie. This is Jared Small. Jared a threat inside or outside. He's going to take it inside. Oh, easily lays it up and in on the big guy over Vernon Hardison.
This foul count's a little indicative of how the Rams really want to play this year. They want to pound it inside. They want to attack the rim, both with the pass and the dribble drive. And defensively, they're long enough to really try to wall up on teams this year. They just got to get a little more aggressive and challenging that three-point shot against Cerro Cosso. Good defense.
Ball cleared by Richardson. And this is Jared Small again. Boy, he gets to that hoop and
He's
it's
long.
money.
Both his strides and his length of, reach
Yeah.
is very long, and he's a good athlete. Tough to
Man.
guard because he can handle the ball. He can play on the perimeter. You put a smaller guy on him, it takes you in around the basket. So he's a tough guard.
Interesting group of Fresno Rams this year. You know, there's some from the area, some from other areas, but similar players.
Yeah, and Coach Maddock does it every year. He reloads. He gets hardworking guys that buy in, and the culture of his program. You can see it in the first unit. That's the more experienced unit out here. But when that second unit comes in, they've got that same attitude, and they play with the same aggressiveness and discipline that is just inbred in this program.
Well, Ed's always, he's always going a mile a minute. But, the fact is that he, this year to me, he seems a little more mellow.
Yeah, I think it's always interesting to watch when he has, I think, what I would call great leadership. And he's got some really good leaders on his team this year. Georgie Dancer is probably the guy that they all follow, but there's Jonah, there's several of those players been in this program, 2 years, sometimes 3, and it's a little less frustrating. You see Coach a little more frustrated when he's got more of a group of freshmen.
Yeah.
But he always gets them there.
Well, it's pretty even this year, more than it's been, with the freshmen and sophomores. This is Waldron. Gets the ball into white jerseys all around the basket.
Oh, that looked like a walk. There's the 3 ball.
With all this running, and they've been making a lot of those threes and those long shots, but with all this running, that gets harder as you're going along, doesn't it?
You're going to call it travel. Yeah, and that's the pressure that the Rams bring is later in the game, second half of the game, those legs start to go. And then the 3 ball doesn't seem to drop as proficiently, so we'll see. It looks like Cerro Cosso is certainly a team that's going to have to rely on that shot, though, to stay with the Rams.
Brock Duffield from the corner. Oh, it's over. Air ball. That was an air ball, so the clock is winding down. 3 and rebound Jared Small. Comes Georgie Dancer. As the Rams obviously are not going to stop running. And there is Jared Small, and that's what makes him incredibly powerful because he can do them both. He'll go in or he'll shoot long.
That's the versatility I was talking about. He's long, he's a tough cover around the basket, but he can do things like that on the perimeter. He handles the ball well, passes the ball well.
I think a lot of it's got to do with the calisthenics and everything that the Rams do as part of the program. They're all in great shape.
Yeah, they do a great job in the weight room and in their physical conditioning and training throughout the entire year.
Boy, that was, I didn't get who the foul was on, but we're going the other way. And here comes Carl Snyder, will be going in a minute. Carl. This is Small, Jared Small.
It's just interesting, Chris. I've watched the Rams multiple games now this year, and in some games where they've played bigger teams, they've controlled tempo. It's been a little slower pace, and Coach hasn't always gone 5 in, 5 out. I think in these faster-paced games, though, he's going to use more bodies to make sure, they stay fresh and keep the pace that they want to play against the opponent for the day. So, Georgie back to the line again.
Yeah, but he is taking a beat, and that guy is working on him. He's being really physical with him, and George is a good free throw shooter too. Just not. There you go. It's 25-18 as we roll along here. It's 7 minutes, 33 seconds to go in the first half. Duffield again. He's going to kick the ball back outside to Thomas. Picks up a screen, fires a three, it's off. Oh, Georgie broke up the pass by Hardison, and it'll be Coyote ball. Inside it comes to Addison. Around they go. Foster.
Block.
Nice block. Was that small?
Yep. Jared got a piece of that.
Anything that guy doesn't do. Did you drive the bus on the road trips? Look at him. Boy, oh boy.
They're going to call offensive.
I hope we see that again. That was...
Those are the toughest calls in basketball, the block charge, especially when guys try to avoid the contact. There's some contact, the defender falls. That could have gone either way.
On the top is Pumphrey. Isaiah Thomas.
Good
Moreno.
steal.
Nice steal. Oh,
Nice
what
play.
a beautiful shot. L.J. Gallegos. That was a Del Bayshore move.
He used his
honestly.
body well. He had a half a step, so he kept the ball in his right hand, used his body. Good finish.
Have you been working with him?
I think Anthony's going to correct this call. It's going to still be Cerro Cosso ball.
Right.
That red line and the two black lines are often confusing for the referees here.
Oh, it's only confused us for about 8 years, right?
Yeah.
What do you think they should do? Do a thicker line in the middle? No, you can't do a thicker line.
Now, you'd like to see the sidelines of the, because it's really, those black lines are the sideline of the side courts. Make those lighter, not as black stands out quite a bit.
I see. Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
But that's happened a lot of times over the years because that ram has been there for a long time. Isaiah Thomas. Duffield. That number 2, he's quick, Jonathan Foster. That's a nice play. I believe that was Pumphrey. Jared Small, gosh, he's 6'7". Runs the point, he can play underneath, and he drives. Wow. These guys are physical. There's no doubt about that.
They're letting him bang pretty much, but that time looked like he did get tripped.
Foster's running out of fouls, Del. He's got 3 on him already in the first half.
Yeah, we're in double bonus.
5 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Looks like Jared took a shot in the jaw. Jared, as you mentioned, Legend High School out of Aurora, Colorado. Didn't know that was a big basketball town. He makes both. And replacing Jared, we got Ethan back in the game, Ethan Richardson.
Ethan's a local product out of Madera High School.
Yeah, that's great.
I remember watching him in high school.
Did he dominate in high school?
He was very skilled. He played with not a real strong contingency of teammates, but he was a very skilled player even in the high school level.
Boy, he's strong, got size, got heart, and there's a long
There's the
3.
ball.
That's another one by, this one by Duffield. And here come the Coyotes, and a nice steal. Beautiful by Gallegos. Down, up, and
Nice follow.
Followed by Georgie Dancer. Beautiful. I'll tell you, That Gallegos is fun to watch.
Yeah, he's a competitor, and he's a team player. He did a nice job both times on those breakaway, kind of attacking the rim using his body.
Somebody told him a long time ago that if he puts the ball out far to his right, and it's sort of like a semi-hook shot there, he could earn some money with it.
Well, they list him at 5'8". I'm not sure he's 5'8". Maybe on his tiptoes.
Well, I was thinking about that myself, but you know what it is? It's with all these 6'10", 6'4", 6'4", 6'5", 2 6'10s.
He looks even smaller.
Right. But they're getting a good run from these guys tonight.
Yeah, I think the Rams have to tighten up that three-point defense a little bit, and even the rebounding. Anytime that, they're walling up and they're giving them a little more space and taking the pain away, but Cerro Cosso's had half of their points. 15 of their 23s come from the three-point line.
Boy. That's the David Rico, the Rico brothers. A nice pass into the corner. Georgie got out there really good and disrupted his shot. And we go the other way. Down inside Richardson. Turn around.
Pretty easy. If he just takes his time and uses his body and his length, his size and strength, he'll get whatever he wants in there.
Nice play, but the defense was waiting for it. And there's at the buzzer. No. And tried to
travel.
Yep.
That's the difficult thing. The Rams are containing and preventing penetration, and they're trying to get out with their length, but they've got to get out on block-offs too as well when the three-point shot goes up, because it's going to be a long rebound, and they've given up a number of offensive rebounds off of missed threes. Here's Ethan. Let's see if he can take his time.
He might have been better advised to take it himself that time.
Yeah, or David might have just waited a little bit and given him more time to operate one-on-one in the post. Good pass.
Nice pass. That was from Isaiah Thomas. Bucket was by Waldron. Nice little wrap around. Here comes Gallegos. Georgie inside. Richardson. Turn around. How can you stop that?
Yeah, they should just go to that and keep the cutters away until he has a chance to exhaust his opportunities inside. If he gets doubled, then you got to be there for him on the perimeter or on the cutter.
Once again, Isaiah Thomas. Waldron. Got Rico on him, David Rico. Who's that going to be?
We're going to call an offensive foul here. I think maybe a hook or a clear out.
That was on Waldron, I believe. I think it's his second personal.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that was
Go
a
long.
nice slam on the brakes and faked everybody out and missed the shot. Wow, that was a nice shot. Technical foul on Coach Dugan of Cerro Cosso. And Jared Small's going to step to the line and take the shot. The Rams will take the ball. It's a two-shot technical.
Yeah. First one just came off the front rim. Let's see if Jerry can get this in. Got it.
You know, nothing against Coach Dugan, but he's been on the roughs a lot
yeah,
tonight.
I'm sure he's not happy with the ratio of fouls, but at the same time, there's only so much the refs are going to take before they're going to pretty much ask him to have a seat the rest of the game, and the technical puts him on the bench. got a host of guys now with 3.
Jared Small's going to the line. He's going to shoot that one and another one. Coach Dugan used to coach with Rusty down at COS.
Okay.
Small makes them both. Rams up by 11. Semi-pressure coming up the floor, and that oh, nice. Nice. Well, I tell you, Gallegos is everywhere out there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's quick. He's a good help defender. He's always in the right positions. He does what he lacks in size. He makes up with just good defensive position.
At a Folsom High School in Sacramento. Have you worked with him in practice this year?
I haven't. I haven't been into many of the practices, but I've watched him a number of games now, and he's really good offensively because he moves the ball for the Rams and handles it well.
And he's tough.
He really doesn't get hurt with his size because of the length of the rest of their defenders and help, how good a help team defense they have anyway. So
good point.
DJ does a good job.
Holy cow, that was a
rebound.
Nice drive. That's Thomas.
Shooter. Not that time.
His shot has been off the last couple of shots.
He made one from the corner.
That was Brock Duffield.
That's an easy call. I mean, if there's something Coach Dugan asked the refs at one time, what can my players do? I think the refs ought to tell them just stop fouling. There's a lot of reaching, a lot of calls that are very justified.
And of course, he's got to go, who, me? Here's Jared. He's been here all night at the free throw line, and he's going to sink the first one and get another one. Here comes Mark Moreno back in the contest for the Coyotes. Vernon Hardison takes a seat. Small makes them both. You lay it up nice and soft like that, sometimes you get that roll, right?
Yeah, good follow through. I think with free throws, I've always told players that I've coached is just follow through, good risk, follow through, and finish on your toes. Because a lot of times you get tired, your legs, and not finishing on your toes. But the Rams are doing a good job from the free throw line this year.
Wow.
Nice play.
Jared Small. He's having a game. And you're right, that was a really nice drive by Thomas. $18 seconds remaining at the first half. Clock winding down. They're going to try to get that last shot or close to it. Good defense there by Snyder. There's a long three. I thought it was going to bank in there for a second. Wow. He's amazing he got that off. Boy, that was a amazing first half. It went fast, didn't it?
Yeah, there were a number of whistles against Cerro Cosso for the Rams, but those were mostly in the offensive attack area. Down at the other end, 3 fouls for the entire half against the Rams, and it really is because, they're playing a lot of containment defense with their length. They're backing off. They're not up and pressuring, so good half for the Rams.
Been a great half, and we got a whole second half coming, and we got 2 great teams out here tonight, and Rams are up pretty good, and we will come back after this.
I already knew that I was going to go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science. After that, I'm going to get my law degree. Then I'm going to come back to Detroit, boost the economy, become the mayor or something, try to make the situation better for other people. I feel like I owe it to the city. I'm determined. It's gonna happen. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows? Maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it. First impression. My way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Hey guys, how are you today?
Good.
I'm here to talk about how with technology you can make amazing worlds. Come with me. My team and I bring the Halo world to life.
Is that you?
That is me. I wasn't a math genius and I knew nothing about coding. But you guys do. You guys have the power to change things.
I want your job.
I want you to have my job.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
What if you could invest in the future? The future of kids, like a stock. Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow. My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
I already knew that I was going to go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science. After that, I'm going to get my law degree. Then I'm going to come back to Detroit, boost the economy, become the mayor or something, try to make the situation better for other people. I feel like I owe it to the city. I'm determined. It's going to happen. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
Sometimes the things we do or say can make others feel hurt, excluded, or isolated. Everything you say and do creates an impact.
How am I supposed to save the whole world?
You can't think about saving the world. You have to think about saving one person.
Because of you, someone's entire life can change. You don't have to be a superhero to have a positive impact.
Friends?
Friends.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Fresno City College. We're at halftime with the game between the Fresno City College Rams and the Cerro Cosso Coyotes. 42-29, they're leading, but it just seems like it was a closer game than that.
Yeah, early on, the Coyotes came out, shot the three ball well, hung around. It was 16 all at one time. Then all of a sudden, the Rams defense started to pick up.
Right, as we've seen so many times,
Yes.
especially with a young team like this. But, oh, wow, there we are. And but it was an exciting first half, and we got this second half coming up. We got another game right behind this. Fresno City College are going to take on the ladies of College of Sequoias, but we're going to take a look at some of the highlights of the first half. Let's take a look and see what we got here.
Jared Small, definitely a key factor for the Rams that first half.
No doubt. No doubt. Jared Small, number 3, he is so versatile. He does so many things, offense, defense. There's Georgie Dancer right there. Georgie's been to the free throw line all night. There's Small. Boom. Outside, inside, he does it all. There he is again. How do you guard a guy like that? He's so quick going both ways, right or left.
He is. He got to the hoop a number of times, knocked down the 3 ball. He had a healthy diet at the line, so great half by Jared. They also did a nice job of getting the ball inside. Ethan had a number of baskets inside where he was able to just kind of work his way and pretty much easy inside possession.
You know what I like too, Dell, is the way the big guys, we're not used to seeing real big guys with the Rams down inside, but now we got 3 or 4 of them, and boy, they're playing really good defense, and they run the floor.
Coach Maddock loves the structure of this team. He's a post-up guy. He's a bang it, push it inside, and this team's built that way. So you're going to see that all year. There won't be as much dribble drive penetration with the type of guard play they've had historically, but they have solid guards, but they're really long as a team, and they've got size to run Georgie Dancer as a point guard into the post, or Ethan into the post. Jared's long, so they've got a number of guys that they're going to really try to pound you inside.
It's another great job by Ed Maddock. We've been saying that for years, but he's got the little guys who are penetrating like crazy. And now he's got the big guys screening out really good. It's kind of hard to get a rebound against him.
Yeah, and like you said, the little guys in the past were teams that it's tough to get the ball up the court on the dribble.
Right.
This is a team that's going to be tough to get into the paint on because of their length, and rebounding should be a strength of theirs. We saw in the first half they do have to do a better job of contesting that 3-point shot and then getting out on the other offensive players and blocking off, because long shots are going to rebound long. But aside from that, it's been the Rams' game.
Well, I was talking with Ed yesterday, and he's happy with this team. He says they're starting to come together. With Ed, it's not just starting, but he's very happy with the progress and the attitude. But the attitude has always been great on Ed's
and he's Coach Maddox's such a great teacher that when they do get beat, it's almost a positive for them, because they need to go through some of those things, and then they can learn, and his point can really come across, and then he doesn't mind taking tough losses against the tough schedule that they play early in the season.
Exactly, and we're getting ready to start the second half, and that's Ian Miller over there out of bounds. He's going to throw the ball into Georgie Dancer. It's a 42-29 ball game, and here we go again. So Dancer does take the ball in. He's working on Isaiah Thomas there, and there's Ian. Weave. Georgie's so quick with that turnaround.
He uses his body well too. So
yeah.
When he's got smaller players on him, he's going to punish them inside.
Look
nice
at that
back cut.
Wow.
Ooh. That's good to see both players hop up there, but a nice back cut by Ian. Pass. They dropped the bounce pass there, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
That's Duffield's second personal. Rams in no foul trouble at all. Cerro Cosso a little bit. Foster has 3.
And I think another strength this year of the Rams, which is very typical of them, is their balance. I mean, here's a guy, Ian Miller. He could give you 15 this half. You didn't hear much from him the first half. Same way with Jonah.
Yeah.
Jonah Brown is a sophomore. I don't even know if Jonah took a shot the first half. So, he's a guy that can come out and give you 8, 10, 12 points easily in a half.
Yeah. I was telling Ian today it was so good to see him in here, because the ball comes off it.
Good rebound.
Here we go the other way with Georgie.
You got a clock
Malfunction.
I think somebody's hurt. They did stop the play here.
That's Jordan Pumphrey, I think, that was a little shook up, number 10. He's
Yeah.
still a little shook up. He's going to have to come out. He says, I'm all right. I'm going to be all right. No worries. Ridden Wolf, the assistant coach, working with him now.
There's Georgie in the post.
That's where he likes to be. He's always smiling.
Yeah, he missed that one. He probably rushed it a little bit. Could have taken his time there.
Oh,
nice finish.
That was a nice play by Waldron. Ian Miller.
Nice job.
Nice play by Ethan Richardson.
Ethan's just got such a size advantage, and he uses his body well. He's wide, good soft touch. He can get that shot just about any time he wants.
Isaiah Thomas. Oh, just beating the clock. That was Duffield, and Duffield hustles. He's physical, and he hustles.
It's a scrappy team. I mean, there's no quit in them.
Oh, nice play. Nice play.
Good drop off by Ian Miller.
Right. And Richardson dumped it in. 47-33 our score. And once again, this is Waldron. Waldron playing with 3 fouls, and this time the foul is going to be on Jonah, I believe.
Yeah, I think Jonah got kind of caught with his head in the net there on the help side. He was good help side, but when they bounced past across the lane, he got called up for the foul in the recovery.
That's Jonah's first foul tonight. First free throw is good by Hardison. We got a whole bunch of white jerseys coming in. And also Jonathan Foster back in for the Coyotes. And at the line you got Vernon Hardison. So it's a 12-point game with 17 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Here's Gallegos. Wow. Small's going to have to put it up. No, Gallegos puts it up and knocks it down. 3-pointer. And it is 50-35.
Nice play again by Jared because he got the ball late in the shot clock, didn't panic, made a good hard penetration move and had a quick kick for an easy 3.
This is Daniel Rico. Boy, they walked all the way down to the end of the clock and just got it off, and the defense was all over them that time.
This is kind of a younger group for the Rams here with 2 or 3 of the 4 on the floor right now, or 3 of the 5 on the floor right now are newbies. Good rebound.
Nice rebound and pass off. That was beautiful by David Rico. Foul is on number 5, Vernon Hardison, his 3rd, I believe. And that's going to put young Ronald Eisbar on the line, freshman out of Sacramento, Sheldon High School.
Yeah, this is the younger of the kind of 2-5s that Ed's been using tonight. Ronald as well as David, or not David, but Daniel Rico, first-year players for the Rams. As is EJ. EJ's a freshman as well, but he has been in the kind of core rotation with the Rams a little bit more than these other two. Here comes more of the veteran group back in.
Ronald made the free throw. Yeah, we might see a little bit of a run right here.
Yeah, the Coyotes came out with good intensity again early, but that, you know, the Rams just keep coming at you in waves. Rebound, good.
Good defense by Jonah.
Yeah.
Forced him into the shot he didn't want. Here's Ian. Boy, that ball gets around, doesn't it?
There's a post by Ian. Let's see if he takes his time. Oh, I thought they were going to call travel.
I did too.
He turned it over.
Maybe it was the fake. It was a good fake. Georgie Dancer. In the backcourt. Thomas works his way up, gets the ball to Foster. Foster to the corner. Long three off the front of the rim.
Rebound.
Oh, man.
There it is. Good rebound.
Nice rebound. Nice outlet. Nice pass down the court. Up. That was number 4. He stepped out of bounds. Martin Moreno. Loopy Ram ball underneath.
Might be able to loop this right over the top here. Ian's going to step out. Ethan, I should say.
Ethan. Ethan's a very unselfish player, too.
That's a good pass.
They all are.
Good rebound, Jonah.
Jonah Brown. That was a great time down. You know that? That ball went around like that.
Good unselfish pass. They got a good look. Take a timeout here.
Rams are rolling. Interesting, isn't it? The games are, they've switched this year. The men are playing
early.
in the early game, and the women are playing in the late game, and nothing changes. I mean, the games are all the same, but and they're still drawing people in, so it's going to get better and better.
There's that follow by Jonah.
Nice play, Jonah. Left hand in. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the early games are even earlier because they have moved up at the times. Maybe that's for travel. I think the coaches tend to like that on Saturdays to get 3 o'clock first game, 5 o'clock second game. You see that a number of times on the schedule this year for the Saturday contest.
Yeah, I'm sure they do, and you get them home early, and and you get home early, and everybody's happy. But
yeah, we'll have
during the week that doesn't.
Quite a matchup in this next contest with the women because COS is a state-ranked team this year. The Rams are always up there, as is typically the Merced women's team.
Yeah, and you got Alex Fletcher now, one of
the former Rams.
Him and Cheyenne Akawa are the coaches, along with Brenda Frazier, and they're doing good.
Uh-oh.
There's a nice play. No, not that time. Jonah Brown. Like his dad. Money from the corner.
Good shooter. Good offense by the Rams.
And here we go the other way. Shot was off by Pumphrey and back down to Jonah. Bring it out, start over.
Comes the post. Ethan's trying to get position.
Top of the key, perfect. They waited. Look at Georgie Dancer.
They're going to get him over the back, but that's good effort by George.
Oh, it's great. Foster. Wow, nice pass inside, but he's got company. And they're going to call Richardson with the foul. Yeah.
You've got a sense of that nothing's coming easy for Cerro Cosso right now. You know, they're hustling, they're working hard, but you know, there's no easy baskets out there.
And they're playing with a lot of freshmen. They only got 2 sophomores, and that's a pretty tall order.
Yeah, they're giving up a lot of size to the Rams, so it's a battle for them. They've got good quickness, and like I said, their aggressiveness, they're still attacking.
Well, like we said, they're averaging 82 points a game, and they're playing 500 ball in very tough conference.
Yeah.
Okay, we're ready to go. Gallego's bringing the ball up. Uh-oh.
It's going to be a backcourt. Ooh.
What was that call?
Well, it was going to be a backcourt. It was pretty questionable as to whether the Ram touched it first or the hustling Coyote kind of made an effort to go get the ball. And if he had gotten it before the Rams even touched it, it would not have been a backcourt. But it was whistled backcourt, so it'll be Coyotes' ball.
You know, Del, that's why we pay you the big money. That was really a good call, because you're absolutely right. Because once the offensive team touches it, then it's a backcourt violation. Well, that's a nice play. Kick it out to...
Here we go.
Here we go again. Whoa, wow. That little guy gets down the floor, doesn't he? Bar inside, nice drive. Bar getting a little bit more time tonight.
Yeah, and I think he battled some injuries early too, so it's good to see him out here. He's looking good.
Beautiful, Jared Small on the block.
Oh, good putback.
Replay on that. Oh, there's the nice drive, boy. He was moving pretty good there.
Yeah, he's another athletic, strong kid.
Yeah, and he's only a freshman.
Freshman, right?
6'5". Woo.
This Rams team is definitely built to grind it out more with teams this year. You might not see as many fast break transition scores, but they're they're going to pound you. They're going to get it inside. They're going to use their height and size and strength and on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, and that comes from Ed Maddox, School of...
Well, and the typical nature of junior college basketball is up and down. And Ed's teams have always been much more disciplined at how and when they run than most teams, where they'll just run and shoot and run and shoot.
Right.
But,
play smart.
I think you'll see this year's Rams team even more an execution team in the half court, which really sets itself up better for postseason, because that's what the game becomes. Those close games down the stretch late in the state playoff run, you've got to be able to execute in the half court.
And we're not even halfway through the season yet, are we?
We're just getting started here in league.
Just getting started. That's great. We got a lot of great games coming to you basketball fans watching tonight on the one and only CMAC. And you can always catch us on the internet as well at cmac.tv, but we'll talk more about that. Oh, way to get out of it. That was really a great play by Ian. You know, he was double teamed, he was in trouble, and he got out of it perfectly and got into the open man.
Yeah, and Ethan does a nice job inside. You know, I watched him in high school, and he played a lot on the perimeter, and you wondered, hey, it's a big guy, why is he on the perimeter all the time? But he has learned to handle the ball very well. So when he posts up, he's tough because he makes good moves off the bounce, does a good job in his post-up game.
That was a steal by Isaiah Thomas. Buried the three, and they're now it's 60-46.
A couple baskets here in succession by Cerro Cosso.
Oh, way to find him. Way to find him. That was Jonah Brown. Said, oh, I see ya. And he got it down to Ethan Richardson and slam dunk.
The Rams need to dig in here a little bit and get a stop. Rebound.
At the other end, there's Richardson again. Clears the boards. Georgie brings the ball up, gets it inside to him. Oh, there's a flop.
Yeah.
And
that's a good no call.
That was an easy no call.
Yeah.
Ian Miller. His first personal. Rams, not a lot of fouls tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. It's another pretty quick half, not a lot of whistles as far as the foul game, and so both teams taking care of the ball relatively well.
Isaiah Thomas will shoot one more. Woo! Ethan clears it off. I think he dusted off the rim too on the way down. Kick it out to Ian. Oh, he got pushed. Oh man. Georgie's really not going to like that one.
That's the right idea. Ethan had Georgie over the top, but Georgie just didn't have enough space underneath, so we'll have to try to work him up the lane a little higher for that lob to be successful. Oh, nice move. There's a three ball.
There's Jonah. Boy, the Rams are really running tonight, and gotta respect Cerro Cosso because they're hanging with them. But you know they're gonna be hurting as this game wears down. It's been like this all night. It doesn't help when you see the 5 new white jerseys come in.
No, and one of the things we want to see the Rams is just to continue to play consistently, not relax a little bit and let Cerro Cosso climb back in. And they had it down to 14 just a minute ago. It's now 17, but to keep that consistency of the defensive effort and It's just slowly continue to stretch this game out.
Incredible,
to a higher league, but
incredible substitution program that teaches.
Now this will be a team to be reckoned with in a year. They've got a lot of young players. They're much better than they were a year ago. There's a shot clock violation. Good defense by the Rams.
This is Jordan Dixon into the lineup for Duffield. Duffield, I'm sorry. Gallegos at the top, looking down inside.
Daniel Rico's trying to post up. Yeah, they're going to call the foul. Still under the bonus, so the Rams will take it out on the baseline.
That was a family affair right there. The Rico boys.
They're local, out of Kerman High School.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow, that was great. Oh, what a move.
Little running hook shot. Nice shot.
Jay Gallego.
The 3 ball.
Short. With 7 minutes and 28 seconds remaining, we go the other way. Well, I think you're dead on right about this Cerro Cosso team. They're going to get better and better.
Yeah.
They're already getting better and better. Oh, beautiful block.
Jared got a
And
piece
Jared
of that with
Small.
his length.
Jared trying to helps him up.
And
There's a nice play by Gallegos.
They look young, the Cerro Cosso team, just physically. A year can make a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
Strength and maturity, and they've got some good quickness and athleticism. So if they add a couple pieces to this team and the experience of their freshman year, they'll be a good team next year.
He just hit that 3.
A careless turnover there. Coach isn't going to let that go. Here comes 5 new ones.
Wow. I love too, Del, is that players just love this because they know they're going to play. Everybody knows they're going to play right down to the bench, and they all hustle just like Georgie Dancer, who apparently played soccer at one time in his career.
Yeah, no, it's definitely the depth of the Rams has always been a strength that builds, both the brotherhood that they have. Guys work hard. Guys want to see each other be successful, and they rely on each other, and that's what makes them a strong team every year in and year out.
It's a tradition.
It hit the rim. That hit the rim. I think they're going to fix this here. And Cerro Cosso did get the rebound, so it'll be Coyotes' ball. That's the right call. It was a kind of a last-second flail there to get the shot up, but it did catch the rim. So
I like the way the referees worked together on that one and talked it over. And Anthony Crozier, the veteran. Oh man!
The rebound. Ethan some room here.
Ethan. They go the other way. Back to Jonah Brown. Oh, great defensive play by Jonah Brown. Stole the pass in midair. Quick hands inside by Colleen Waldron, and ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Ram ball.
There you go. Oh, missed that one, but that
No,
shot.
but he did a good job. He did the right thing. That was tremendous defense right there.
Nice pass.
Nice passes. Awesome. David Rico made the bucket.
The more I watch this team, the more I like it. Coach Maddox told me early in the season you really like this team, but they have a really good balance of skill in terms of passing the ball, their size, guys that can post, guys that can shoot the ball. The more I see them, the more I like their overall balance.
Well, you know what's amazing too is that the way their practices are. I mean, we talk about that all the time, but their practices, you've got to be in shape, and you got to come in mentally ready to practice because.
Yeah, the games are fun. Practices. The games should be fun, and that's the way they set it up. They work hard in practice, and they get out here, and the reward is the game. Good drive. Gonna get an extra one.
Waldron. 14 was on Deronquez Wynn, and his first personal. I wanted to ask you a question. When you're playing for the Lakers or the Bulls or whoever, how often do you guys practice? When you were playing, how often do you practice? And I ask that because you're on the road so much.
You are. It's a lot of game preparation where you'll have shoot-arounds and not active scrimmage practices.
Walkthroughs.
They play so many games once the season starts that it kind of depends too on the age of your team. I was with a very young Bucks team, and we practiced, more than some other teams that I was with that had veteran players where you just. And it depends how your schedule sets up. If you have a back-to-back and you have a next day, you're probably going to get a day off or just some light shooting. So it just depends, but there's just not a lot of room for a lot of practicing. So you have a pretty intense preseason with practicing through that part of the season and the training camp before the preseason games start. But once the season gets rolling, 82 games goes fast, and there's three plus games a week.
Right, and in the plane and the whole thing. It's got to be a rough life.
Well, it's not a rough life. It's a pretty enjoyable life. But
yeah.
But physically,
some of that
I think guys in this era and age now, they really do a much better job of the conditioning and taking care of their bodies. And certainly the traveling has gotten better with all charters But that's, I think, a thing the Rams do really well with their players is they really keep them in condition. They lift on their off days, not the day before a game, but they go often after the game and get their lifting in. So their bodies have time to recover, and they're ready to go the next time the game, the ball's thrown up. They're ready.
Must be tougher on the veterans, the older guys.
Well,
they're in great shape, too.
But I think strength and conditioning across the board, when you go from any level of play, whether it even now be high school up through college and beyond, just a lot of improvement in how athletes are prepared to play and the strength and the nutrition.
Waldron made the first. He'll get another as Ethan Richardson comes back in the game. And clears the board.
cut.
Wow.
Good D.
Good D.
Well, there's no quitting this Coyote team. They keep hanging in there. They're only 14 down.
They do. They're going to be a team to be reckoned with, especially seeing how they have all these freshmen. Jared, in and out.
In and out.
Well, that Duffield's up and down the court, isn't he? He's still going the same miles per hour as he did in the beginning of the game.
Yeah. It's a 3 ball. They got it. It's down to 11. Yeah.
It's Pumphrey.
Pam's got to be careful here. They can't go to sleep on these guys. Pass.
Boom. Right
inside
back.
out.
That was David Rico.
That's a good shot. That's a shot that I think the Rams offense you'll see happen more and more with the inside out, because one of the easiest shots, if there is an easy shot of the 3-point, is when you step into the shot, where that ball comes to you and it's right in front of you coming from the inside out, and you step in and shoot in rhythm, and that was just a good play. And that their offense is built for that this year. You know, even dribble drive, sometimes you penetrate and kick it inside out, and that's the highest percentage 3 in the game.
There's Coach Chris Dugan of the up-and-coming Cerro Cosso Coyotes, and you saw Ed Maddock along with Nick Podesta and Tyler Morgan. Boy, you know, Tyler's amazing, isn't he? I remember the night we were doing the game, and he hit like 6 threes in a row or so. Just amazing.
He's the quintessential product of Coach Maddox's program, where a kid that comes in, works hard, you know, spends 3 years here, strengthening, developing, you know, educating, and just great to see him back here helping.
Wonderful human being too. He's
Yeah.
just a great guy to everybody, and like I say, works really hard. Think he's having a good time?
Oh, he loves it.
So.
He loves it. Ed would like to see, Coach would like to see them get a couple stops here and finish strong defensively. They're in the penalty, so they can't afford to foul and put Cerro Cosso to the line.
Nice shot. Nice pass. Hardison made it, and the pass was by Waldron.
Cerro Cosso is going to have to think about fouling here.
Look at that.
Because they have to foul 3 more times to even stop the clock or take the ball away from the potential possession.
Oh, good point.
Nice play.
Around and in.
That's a pretty athletic play.
That was something else. He's been doing that all night. He's been doing it all year. Foul was on Brock Duffield. That's his 3rd personal, I believe. And Jared will go to the line. Look at this. Beautiful. Boy, you talk about concentrating right to the end of the play. And he makes it a 3-point play.
Foul that'll stop the clock here, and Coyotes can try to score. They're going to have to use some fouls here just to get themselves closer to stopping the clock on the Rams, and one of the only things maybe that can help them would be missed free throws.
Hardison makes the first of 2. You mentioned Hardison out of Morrow High School in Clayton County.
There's several Bakersfield products on the roster.
Oh,
Nice
what
pass.
a great play. That was just awesome. That ball moved so fast, looked like a pinball wizard, didn't it? Back and forth, easy layup.
Job by Ethan.
Ethan says, I'll take that.
Good rebounding game for Ethan.
Look at that. Oh. That's going to be on number 10, Pumphrey. First personal foul. .144 remaining, and there's a whistle.
Patience in the Rams.
Oh, what a nice fake. Everybody thought he was going to be going out for the jump shot to Rico. Nice play. Throw it. There it is. Boy, that's what you like to see. That's precision, isn't it?
Yeah, the Rams are just going to run this one down here, but it's been a good performance overall. There's Ethan again. Stay with it.
Ethan will step to the line. He'll shoot 1-on-1.
Coach Maddox really worked a lot with Ethan inside, and he's getting stronger each game I see him play, and he's a real presence in there, and he's got perimeter skills. There's Georgie on a good post up. But that's going to be a big part of their offense this year, is pounding that ball inside. They'll get themselves to the free throw line. They control the tempo of the game on the offense with their deliberate, offensive style. And to me, that's really how you have to make your way through the postseason. Another rebound by Ethan. He's got to have a double-double tonight.
I'm sure. And we're going to kick the ball out and let the clock run down.
It's a little differential on the shot clock, but they may even forfeit taking a shot here. That'll do it.
And another rebound. Oh, we got fouled? Oh, no, that's the game.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Ed showed a lot of respect to Coach Dugan there. He said, man, it's an improved.
Yeah, they're an improved Coyote team. A young team that's probably you're only going to get better as they go through this season into next.
Awesome game. That was a fun game to call tonight.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to take a short break, maybe, and we'll come back with some highlights, perhaps, and we will be back right after this word. You're watching CMAC TV. Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Fresno City College, where we just witnessed a terrific basketball game, and we're ready to go, right? We are right. We're back. Okay, sorry. A little short there. What a game.
Yeah,
It was a great game if you like the Rams, but you know what? A lot of respect goes to Cerro Cosso.
They are. They're an improved Cerro Cosso team, a young team that's only going to get better. But I think we saw a lot of depth in the Rams on full display. Quite a game by Jared. Jared Small had a good game. Ethan inside had a good night. Just a well-played game by the Rams and good team effort.
Hard to pick an MVP of this game because, again, there's so many factors.
That's the strength, I think, of this year's team is balance. They've got a lot of veterans in that first five that they run at you, and then the guys off the bench are gaining experience, the new players, and it's going to be a deep team again by the Rams. So you're going to see a pounded inside team this year, the good size and length by the Rams. So I'm excited to watch them work their way through league.
We got some highlights we're going to show.
Okay.
There's probably about 3,000 or 4,000 of them, but we'll take a look. This was definitely a good game. Here from the outside, fighting for the ball is the one and only Georgie Dancer. Gets a three-point play out of it, and
it's Ronald. Good drive.
Yeah, third. Oh, and there's this guy. I'm enjoying him more and more every game. Gallegos is just an amazing young player. And of course, here's our. If we were going to have an MVP tonight, I would say it was Jared Small. He was. I like the way he's versatile. Wherever he plays, you know,
both ends
outside,
of the floor.
Inside, defense, offense.
He's probably one of the guys out there that can guard all five positions.
Yeah.
He can play all five positions offensively.
Yeah.
You see him bring the ball up. You see him post up. He's long. He's a tough cover.
Yeah. Boy, it's great to be doing this again.
Yeah.
This is Mr. Del Bayshore. I'm Chris Terrence, and I'm just honored to be sitting next to this former NBA great.
Looking forward to a lot more Rams basketball this season.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun, and we're glad you could be with us. And we're gonna be doing another game right after this one. It's Fresno City College women, and they'll be playing COS, and that's always a battle, right?
Yeah, those are two of the top teams in the league and the state.
Yeah. So, want to thank you for being with us for this. Want to say hello to everybody up in Oregon and back to New York. And want to say hello to your cousin or anybody?
We'll do it again soon.
All right. We'll look forward to seeing you real soon. And be watching at CMAC.tv. Thanks. Good night, everybody.